How's it going, guys? And welcome to part 5 of my Q&A series that I am doing. And today we've got a few more questions from you guys. So again, appreciate the questions. And if you have any more for me, make sure to drop them in the comments section below. And without further ado, let's get back into the Q&As. Dream COD team consisting of people I know and why. So instead of like giving you a why for each player that I'm going to say, I will just let you know at the end once I've told you, okay? So first is Josh Powerhouse Johnson. Second would be Dylan Mixo McKenna. And third would be Ryan, we'll go with 05 McDonald. And number 4 is going to be Reese Neg, the Egg, Neg, Andrews. So that is my 4 players that I'm going with. They're 4 people that I know, and they are absolute demons when it comes to COD. I've played with all of them. I've played against Neg. I haven't really played with Neg, but like I've played against them. And yeah, these guys, if I could put a team together, they're all from over here. I would love to see how they could work together and build chemistry together. And as a coach, it would be none other than myself, because I feel like I would have actually quite an easy role to coach these guys. So yeah, that would be the 4 people that I'd have to go with to create my dream COD team consisting of the players or people that I know 100%. Favorite single player game of all time and why? So I don't really do much single player games, but if I was to have to choose one, I'd have to go for Uncharted Drake's Fortune. I think I was like 12 or 13 when I actually got around to playing this game. It came out in 07. And I think it wasn't until maybe like 09, maybe 2010, possibly 2009, that I actually like sat and played this. I'm not much for like puzzle games or for story games, as a matter of fact. But I remember Uncharted Drake's Fortune was definitely up there as my favorite of all time. And why? I guess it's just, like I said, I don't do much single player games, and that would be the one that I would have like the best memories of, because not good at puzzles. I figured everything out. I completed it, never platinumed it or anything like that. I just went through it and yeah, had a great time on it. So yeah, Uncharted Drake's Fortune. If anyone's never played it, has a console that they can play it, I would highly recommend. M&K or controller, and I must choose one. So this was actually a question from Jordy that he had asked me in person a couple of weeks ago. And I would have to say, if I had to choose one of the two to play, just to play with for the rest of my life, I'd have to go with mouse and keyboard. I think mouse and keyboard is definitely the option to go with on this one. I think there's more games that I can play M&K with, and I know that I'm going to be like losing out on my aim assist and whatever when it comes to FPS games if I ever wanted to play controller. But no, mouse and keyboard, I'm going to have to go with that one. This one's actually a really good question. So it's, what is lacking for Belfast Storm that I would like to see change, if anything? So I was with Jordy all day yesterday, and we were like sat chatting for ages last night too, and this was actually a conversation that we had. So I think after the conversation that we had, I would like to see Belfast Storm get involved with like more games, more titles. At the minute, they're just mainly focused on League of Legends and Counter-Strike. And to my knowledge, these are the two titles that the likes of Sturdy and Connors always sort of been interested in. Sturdy more so, possibly Connor too, would toy with the idea of like doing something with Call of Duty. I remember that even from like 2020, but Call of Duty is such a hard one to try and tackle. I know just from my experience trying to pick up teams in the past. And yeah, so I would like to see them enter something else. And what I said last night to Jordy would be like, I would love to see Rocket League. Rocket League, I think would do fantastic for Belfast Storm. I don't know the Rocket League scene. I know nothing about it when it comes to competitive. But yeah, definitely get involved in more titles. Maybe give the followers, the supporters of Belfast Storm, more stuff to look forward to, and give them more teams to be able to support as well. So yeah, Rocket League. Jordy would love. I know the finals. He's loving the finals at the minute. I also am enjoying that too. I don't, and he stuck on like the finals competitive stuff last night. I didn't really get watching too much, but it did look interesting and fun. And I would like to probably add one other thing, which Sturdy actually commented last week, saying about money, investments. I do believe that that's probably something else that Belfast Storm is lacking, is investment. And I do think next year, and I'm just going to put it out there, I would like next year to see someone come on board as an investor, have an understanding of what they're investing in. So, they're not trying to look for like this quick turnaround. This is esports. This is a completely different industry than going and just throwing 25, 50, 100,000 into a company that's like, making a product or whatever. Esports is a very slow game. So I do feel like whoever does and will come in and invest needs to understand that from the get-go. And yeah, so more titles and more investment.